Let's start with what is DLP Real Estate, and then I got to hear your story because I know that all of our listeners and those that are watching us on YouTube, the viewers are going to want to know how did you do what you did.
Thank you, Dean. Appreciate that kind intro. So yes, I am the founder and CEO of a company called DLP Real Estate Capital, and in short, we're a real estate-based investment and financial services company. So, in short, we invest in real estate, and we do the underlying management and execution of our investment strategy. So we do property management and construction management, and asset management, and lending and development all in-house. It's a family of essentially 12 companies that make up DLP Real Estate Capital. I'm proud to say we have 430 team members today. We have 1.5 billion in assets, and I'm talking to you from St. Augustine, Florida, which is where our Southeast headquarters are. And I started the firm in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where I grew up about 15 years ago. So, with all that said, obviously, to your point, Dean, I didn't start as a 430 person company and did not start with a family of businesses. And I'd be telling you a story if I told you I knew 15 years ago this was exactly where I'd be at and how the business would come to be the way it is today. I grew up, I'm 36 today. I grew up to two young parents who had me at 16 years old. So of course, with 16-year-old parents, I grew up in the nice way to say it, of lower middle class. We're a family who shopped at yard sales for all our belongings and fought hard to make ends meet, and but of great values and taught me a lot of great lessons as a young kid. And fortunate enough, maybe part of it's the question of nature and nurture, I guess, but I had an entrepreneurial spirit and a hard work ethic from a young age. And my entrepreneurial career started as a kindergartner selling donuts to my classmates, and continued through my school age of running small businesses. And then in eighth grade, I had a pivotal a moment in my life, and it actually almost sent me down your path, Dean. I was in eighth grade, and we had a career day. And keep in mind, I'm growing up with very limited means, and parents fighting to meet our ends of each month, and fighting really hard in every regard to do so. And we had career day at our school, and a bunch of different professionals came in, and one of those professionals was a financial advisor and a financial planner. And he showed us a little chart that showed financial planners made more money than doctors, lawyers, accountants, all the jobs your parents tell you to become. And I thought, well, that perfect job for me. He described it as this entrepreneurial business, and it was about finance and math. And I was like, well, I'm great at math, and I'm entrepreneurial, and that's the job for me. And I was set. That was the path I was going to go down. And I started shadowing financial planners from eighth grade on through high school. I got my securities license, my insurance licenses, while I supported my way through college. I actually moved out of my parents' home as a junior in high school and lived on my own, and supported my way through college at Drexel University, but all along thinking I was going to be a financial planner. And that is until a gentleman kind of changed my path forever. And on the weekends, I would wait tables. And at the restaurant I worked at, this gentleman kept coming in and asking me to come work for him. He'd patron the restaurant and would ask me to come work for him. And it turned out he was in the ADT security business. I didn't know much about what that was. I was 19 years old, and he convinced me if I came to work for him, I would make $2,000 a week. And at 19, $2,000 a week sounded pretty good. So for some reason, I believed him, and I said, all right, I'm going to give this a chance. And I came to work for him. My first paycheck was $5,280. My job consisted of knocking on doors, residential homeowners' doors, and that was one of my worst paychecks I ever made. And I was making $6,000 to $8,000 every 2 weeks as a college student, selling alarm systems. Later I found out that Nathan is the owner of this company. Nathan Robinson is still a good friend of to this day. I found out that no one had ever made $1,000 a week for him before, but because he gave me this expectation that I should make $2,000 a week, that's the norm. I went out with that mindset and did really well. And here I am thinking I'm, doing amazing. I'm making, $3,000, $4,000 a week. And Nathan happened to be a real estate agent as well as owning this company. And he convinced me that if I could sell alarm systems, knocking on doors, I could sell real estate. So I got my real estate license, basically gave up sleep for a few weeks, took my classes online, got my real estate license. I was still in college. I developed a marketing message of your home sold, guaranteed, or I'll buy it. And what worked out well for me, it doesn't sound like it would have worked out well, but it worked out well, is October 2006 is when I entered real estate. And that happened to be the peak of the real estate market that month. And where I grew up, Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, October 2006 was the peak. So having a marketing message of your home sold guaranteed was a pretty strong message at a time when the market was slowing down and homes weren't selling as well. And so we started helping motivate home sellers sell their home. And then it also turned into us starting to step in and buy people's homes, and flip homes was the beginning stages of our investment business that grew to what it is here today. So that's a little bit of kind of the journey how I got into real estate. And
starting your route to retirement.